Ranger campaign. Defending honor and country. The refugees. War is inevitable. Small clashes happen every day in the borderlands between the once allied nations of Irulan and the Griffin Empire. Sylvan King Alaran, whose domain has been destabilized by Agrel's raid, and the fighting in the Silver Cities, wants to defer the beginning of the war at all costs. Crystals, Druid Elders, Master Hunters. Druid Elders are very annoying. Crystals in mass quantities are needed to make any kind of upgrades.
Soon now, my queen, you shall be reunited.
Hurry, Markel. I am
Excited?
afraid.
Why? I see nothing to worry about.
Nikolai! Nikolai!
What have you done? I was at peace. I sat before Elrath, beside my fathers, out of time and place.
Oh, that must have been lovely.
Then I was ripped as an unborn child from a womb. I am cursed now. Do you see? I cannot go back. My soul is damned.
No! My love, please! Do you not feel when you look at me?
When I look at you, I do not see my bride. I see warmth and life, and I want to feed on it.
Nikolai! Nikolai! What happened? What went wrong?
Is there a problem, my queen?
Nikolai. Nikolai. Oh, he's cold. Cold. So cold.
Well, the queen of the Griffin Empire can't be seen like this. I suppose I shall have to run things until she feels better. Really, such a tragedy.
Thank you for seeing us, King Alaron. The undead have rendered the Griffin Empire unsafe and impure.
In these times, we must remember ancient alliances, Lord Caldwell. That is why I asked Findon to be here. He guards our borders, and was previously an emissary to your court at Talengard. What do you wish from the elves of Ireland?
To be blunt, land. We seek a place for our families, far from the blight of the necromancers.
If I give you shelter, will Markal not bring war to me? What of our forests, our fields?
There is a risk to the harmony, my king, but we cannot ignore old allies.
Please, High King. You have land on the border that is lightly forested and unpopulated. Let us use it. If war comes, we will be your buffer.
You know Findon, who maintains our borders. He was emissary to your court at Talengard. He will act as guide and liaison. See Lord Caldwell and his people to safety. But do not at any cost cross into Griffin Empire lands. The elves of Ireland will not be the first to spill blood.
I agree, my king, but still, I will not permit any foreign troops to cross our frontiers.
Thank you, High King. And you, Captain Findon. The grace and honor of the elves remains undimmed by time.
What's the actual job? It's a large map. Multiple border areas. I wonder if I could go here and take the troops out of these garrisons. I mean, if the enemy is coming through, they'll walk through these anyway because there's no hero defending them. But if I can add them to my army, I'll become unstoppable. Finland has long served his people, most recently as a guard at the borders of Ireland. War now looms between elves and humans, but the order to attack will not come. Finland's task is defensive, to hold the borders of his beloved land. No less than 4 garrisons must stay under elven control. So we have 5, you can lose 1. I guess you can temporarily lose 1, but you have to retake it, so you have to also maintain armies at least. Can't cross over, at least not initially. Do not cross the Empire border. Ireland suffered heavy losses in the war with Agrel and the defeat of their army by Isabel. More time is needed to prepare for another war. With Ireland unready, Finland must be careful not to cross the border and risk all-out war with the Griffin Empire. What type of a hero are you? Basic Avenger. Allows Ranger to choose one favorite enemy from the Avengers Guild in any Sylvan town. All Rangers troops will receive a 40% chance to inflict a critical hit upon that creature, giving double damage to it. For choosing a creature as favorite enemy, the Ranger must kill 2 whole populations of those creatures. So the main benefit is not the abilities you learn, it's the abilities, the damage bonus your army gets against those creatures, and you need many ones. So basically key opponents of an enemy, a type you face. That could be useful, I'm not sure how useful. Arrow barrage of the enemy ranks at the start of every battle. Total damage depends on hero level, applies to Sylvan range units only. So free attack at the enemy. I think we're gonna do a character with only 1 magic ability at most. So it'll be dark or light or summon. Although summon is terrible at supporting troops, so light or dark, preferably light. Then I'm not sure what then. Published by another hero immediately. Will get us a few extra troops too. Probably should buy a mage skill before we leave away from the city. I mean, we can't get any good spells, but that doesn't matter. Even shitty spells are pretty good sometimes. At the same time, more range units would certainly be welcome. sure we have what it takes to kill these guys. We might have to try something clever. They're very slow, so we might be able to lure them somewhere else. Especially if we can remove out one of the stacks entirely. There's not gonna be any real trouble here. They're just too slow. Still, we barely have the range firepower to handle something like this, so that's at least worrisome. Endurance. Not terrible, not great. An okay ability. You can get light magic, then it can be great. Heal. Is that the only enemy? That's a sort of a relief. We definitely want range in it, so I'm taking the Hunter Cavic now. It's not gonna be all that many hunters, but yeah, still massively more than I have currently. Can I take more heroes? Yeah, but I wouldn't get any extra troops out of it. We probably want... Ooh, there's 3 troops. You have to assume that the border is going to be breached fairly soon. So this is more or less a race to have enough troops at that point ready to go. Mind strength, great. Slow, great. Probably should try to get the spells before we leave this general area at least. We also have a theoretical chance of basically ending the fight entirely before it really starts, thanks to the pre-fight range attack system. Basic enlightenment isn't terrible, but it's not exactly what I was envisioning. Deadeye shot. Increases the damage ranger will inflict attacking enemy creatures on the battlefield. If that creature is present in a ranger's favored enemy list, then the critical strike is fulfilled. The damage is doubled, and it always kills at least one creature. Allows Ranger to enhance his or her arrows with attacking or cursing spells. Ranger's attacks, including special attacks, Rain of Arrows, will now not only inflict damage upon enemy creature, but will also immediately cast an imbued spell, draining Ranger's mana. Imbue arrow lasts till the end of the fight, or until all of Ranger's mana is drained. I think I tried this once and it sucked balls. Probably needs to be combined with the Rain of Arrows to be really useful. The damage these do compared to normal attacks is just pitiful though. And he is surprisingly fast, which is a big problem. Right, these guys were way more dangerous than I thought. Still, the losses are worth it, or the loss of a unit. We don't really know where exactly we're supposed to be going or doing. This probably provides a crucial key to understanding that. A lot of interesting stuff on the other side. Attribute bonuses especially. Which is hot. Right, there's a crystal cavern there. We also would need other basic sites for resources. I think that's a quarry. That's a must-have building. I think I'll go take a look around to see where the other mines are. But I'm not expecting too much trouble in the first week. It won't take long before trouble starts trickling our way. Basic sorcery, of course they're offering sorcery. I'll take the Avenger just so I can pick from 2 skills after this. Rain of Arrows. Ability to attack all enemy creatures which are present in the favorite enemy listed ones. Seems like a nice ability to have. It also seems like an ability that's not immediately particularly useful. So it can wait. I expect that we'll have to do enough fighting though. I don't have to take experience points from the treasure chests. Which is hard. Be nice to know what the hell they offer. Basic light magic. Yeah, this is a must-have. Anything but spell casting after that. I want to see what type of armies they have. This is just a bought hero, not a problem. That's not gonna come through any kind of border defense. Maximum level is probably around 8 at most. He'll get 3 attributes and 3 level ups though. Better not underestimate the trouble they're gonna cause. I can take unicorns or druids. I don't really have anything that can stand toe to toe against enemies at this point. I'm leaning towards the unicorns. But the only other thing we have are the extremely slow trees and dragons at the end of that upgrade cycle. These at least have 57 hit points, decent attributes, decent damage, and they have the... At least the better ones can even blind enemies if you're lucky. So they're not amazingly good, but massively better than our usual units. We have fairly trivial fight, only skeletons. We don't need this money this second. Light magic on the other hand, yes please. So all the basics are covered. Defense, luck or leadership, maybe war machines. Something along those lines. I wouldn't mind luck and leadership though. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind having war machines tested properly either. We'll have to go after some resource sites. There would be hunters' cabins there. We could collect troops. Crystals is probably the most sensible thing to go after though. We can get some here. Once we upgrade the sprites too, that should be a big thing. Still, the main issue is to get light magic to acceptable levels and get the secondary light magic abilities quickly. Self-detonation ability. A basic destruction magic. It's a good combination, but I'm going to intentionally say no to it. I'll have to go to the crystal mine. It's better to go to it now. The other resources we can always come back to later. At the same time, I wouldn't mind extra troops and upgraded troops before I go after archers. Gem mine. That's important, but not as important as crystals. Ore is not a small number though. And with the current units, I don't have a good way to take them out. I would need at least slightly better units. will prepare to get them. We should get more archers and be able to turn pixies into sprites so we can get spellcasting abilities on them. Allows us to do a quick strike on the enemy. It's not much, but it'll help. Right, the army power increased dramatically, maybe. Or witches' huts, or pits. Battle Dance Terrace. Seems to be a lot of opportunities to get basic troops just out of the wilderness here. It's probably a mandatory thing if we want to have any kind of a realistic chance of winning this. Upgrading the city takes time. We could focus on spell casting because we would at least get the ability to replenish troops while not as having to sit around at the city. That's worth it. See them. Could fight here a little bit. There's plenty of resources. There's a chance the druids here might join us. I'm not sure how I would trust that. +1 morale attribute bonuses. This is not a bad place to visit. But the resource sites are here. Gem mines, ore sites. I don't know. We do have to visit the city soon too. Just so we can get the spells out of this. Can't upgrade further. Oh, the wrong building. I can't get to major skills level 3. Shit. The Ranger army also has good initiative. I don't think quite so good as the dungeon, but still. to upgrade the Blade Dancers too. They have a nice ability. Very useful to me, it seems. It allows you to attack everything around you if you attack one target. To me it seems like you usually have in the fights powerful and weak armies close, stacks of units close by. So you could take attack multiple stacks of units by basically risking no enemy retaliation. How useful that is in practice doesn't even matter. Didn't kill a single one. I'll see if I can cause him to behave a little bit differently by changing position here. He basically could, instead of moving fully to engage these guys here, he could move a little bit to engage that one, buying us extra time to get rid of him. And we're gonna need that extra time. Holy shit, he's not dying at all. Still, he's so slow, I'm not particularly worried about this. He's lost half his units and I haven't had time. He hasn't moved once. Are you magic resistance? Oh shit, he is. I should not have used magic attacks. Be a level up. Master Blessings. Mass effects on Divine Strength and the cleansing spells. Divine Strength is one of the better ones you can have. We also get so low level light magics that the advanced, there's no point hurrying to the advanced magic. Mass Divine Strength, that is a big thing. I think I'll try to hurry for the resource sites rather than cleanse every area here. Moral +1 would be a big plus to us. Did I get too close? No. Using this ability, the creature can feed some of its mana to the hero. Well, that's nice. We might be able to evade that, we cannot evade this guy. I don't think we can evade anyone. Gotta attack. Yeah, I think we need to attack with this. We'll take some casualties, but we don't have the attack power to take them out otherwise. +1 morale. I think it's still probably worth losing some of these units. Most of the fights aren't that dangerous. Basic leadership, that's a big plus. That is a big plus. Especially now that we're getting moral bonuses from other multiple sources. It more or less allows you to do 2 actions in a turn. If you already have a high initiative army, that can... Right, that can be devastating. So we want defense now, and then something else, not sure what it is. War machines would suit me fine just to test them out. I still think they're gonna end up sucking balls in any kind of large engagement, while potentially being very useful in the small scale fighting. Also, I'm not sure if I want Master Hunters. It's not like there's anything wrong with them. It's just that I can't pick troops from the map anymore if I use upgrade troops. We're pretty much upgraded things to full already. Get the tree and arch as basic versions. That's about it. Might as well buy them. I mean, they are great at doing that one thing we sort of want as an army that has a huge amount of archers. That is holding people still, preventing them from reaching the archers. This is the first alchemy lab I've seen. Though the only source of mercury as far as I can tell. The Vault of Mages could provide something useful too. I'll go after the ghosts. We'll get +2 to attack or defense. We'll take an attack definitely, because we are range focused anyway. Attack is going to be much more useful to us. We could take favored enemy. Probably won't amount to much because we haven't faced that many enemies, but at the same time, I don't really see why we shouldn't take it. That said, I'm prioritizing upgrades that produce huge troops. Basic defense. I want to have the skills I want, prioritize them over taking additional levels on other skills. Yeah, I think we have the basics covered now. Moral boost, attack boost, defense boost, the buff spells. So it's basically war machines or luck. Both would be acceptable to me. I would be more interested in the war machines at the moment still. Just to see what they offer. I mean, this is the second to last campaign. If I don't learn it here, there's really not that many chances to learn it anymore. I have armies to take over the mines. I think so. Might be better to push toward that now instead of go and get extra troops. Things are gonna change soon, very likely at least. We might not have the luxury to go going back to the city all that long anymore. Another thing is that we certainly should use the upgrades, now that I think about it. Because we can't get all unit types anyway, so we'll have free room. More or less, there's a couple of units only that can be fully upgraded, 3 of the lowest ones. Still. And we can do free upgrades there, right? So we should stick to the basic units. I'll go get the reinforcements. But I don't think I'll be coming back to the city after this. At least not for a long time. Or the main hero. So no upgrades, which means we can at least take the favorite enemy. I'm also thinking the time to grow your power is coming to an end soon. Soon the real serious fighting starts. I need you to scout. We'll get a cheap first aid tent. Not that useful really. With war machines it might be. What are our favorite enemies? This is extremely slow to cycle through. Still, our enemy is the Griffin Empire very likely, so we have to favor their units. I'll also take the archers because they piss me off. I'm not gonna upgrade anything because if we lose the compatibility then. Okay, resources, quickly. Extra troops. I need another hero. Someone needs to shadow him, so I don't waste so much time collecting resources. One needs to go out and scout. At the same time, do I need the resources? Because I more or less have nothing to upgrade in the city anymore. So why in the hell would I be so focused on gathering resources if I can't use them? Would it be much more useful to get these attribute point increases in items, prepare for the inevitable fighting? Or these troop hiring sites? I'm not sure if my thinking is quite sound here. Master Hunters. Let's switch. Every time we fight against an army that might join up, I think we have to at least think about the possibility that it will go that way. I also want the diplomacy skill if I can get it. Precisely for that reason. We lost some units, but we'll regain them from the site we are now taking. So in that sense, it's irrelevant. Lost 4 archers. Gained 7. Horned overseers would be nice. I don't want to have them in my party, but they could be on the party of a secondary hero. Right, not exactly the troop joining I was expecting, but I'll take it. Still upgrade something. 3 resources at the start of a week. Chance to increase critical hits. Right. Engaging these forces now makes a lot of sense because I can now use them in my favorite enemy list. There's quite a bit more of them. More of them than I was anticipating. Hopefully they'll do a dive bomb. Otherwise now, yeah. Not quite so lucky. Decrease damage dealt to your creatures by ranged attacks by 20%. I think melee combat is a bigger problem at the moment. Gold mine. This is a dangerous group to face. Not quite sure what the benefit of going after him is either. He's gonna be very, very quick. Can't reach any of our units yet. This is a problem. It shouldn't be too hard to block him with a single unit, and the tree is exactly what we need for this. going to try to root him there. It's more effective than I thought it would be. So we're going to remove some tree maybe, or some... No, we'll let them attack the tree. The tree has no offensive capabilities really or purpose. He's just there to keep them immobilized and then endure. No more retaliations. If I could get war machines to be at a higher level, the ability to heal the trees would probably be fairly good. So I'm going to try to ignore the luck, even though it's good. Get war machines. Den of Thieves. Luck +1 item. There's one notable thing about what the Teal player is doing. He isn't really capturing all that many unit production sites. So his army isn't really benefiting from those yet. Oh, border guard, cartographer. Well, that would be nice. The enemy should be extremely fast. Oh, that was a mistake. He can reach us now. Yeah, shit. And think this through. Unnecessary casualties, not a catastrophe, but still a stupid thing to do. Who's red? Right, good upgrades to the city are pretty much done at this point. We have plenty of resources, nothing to spend them on, so going after the mines doesn't seem to make that much sense. Minimum damage, please. Lost a lot of archers here, and I'm not sure what the hell are we even gaining. I was more or less relying on there not being a real fight in the first place. The experience isn't exactly wasted though, and we'll have another favorite enemy, very likely. Fairy tree, didn't even notice that. It's not here. Dragons. They should be very, very fast attack units. They're also large, so it should be easy to dodge. Oh shit. I was thinking not taking the unicorns at all in this. Probably should have done that. Alright, I think I'll have to end here. I'll root him to keep him out of trouble. Right. So, not good. Totally unnecessary losses. But more or less things are fine. But yeah. And the only way I can scout these areas in the first place is if I use a significant army to push through, so it's not like I have too many choices here. They might be a waste of time, but I don't know them. I don't know that until I visit that. I don't see a point in going after the mines though. We're going after items and unit production sites. There simply is no way to upgrade anything. We can use the hill fort, but that only requires money. Other resources would require additional cities to take advantage of, and there's not enough room for that. So, attribute increases and troops, basic troops, those are our goals. Naturally items too. Hopefully we can explore the last area before we have to waste the main hero's time to do it. These are sort of worthless. Mainly because I need to go to Hill Fort anyway to upgrade things. So no point upgrading just the hunters. +1, +2 luck bonus for defending army, who gives a shit. I'm gonna lose anyway if they come over the border and start losing those border gates.